Hey everybody, I'm Jimmy the Bearded Biker, and today I'm going to talk about enhancing your motorcycle riding experience. What is that about? Stick around and find out.
Whether coming or going, Moto Nation, USA, always on the road.
Okay, I said we were talking about enhancing the motorcycle riding experience. All of us, I assume if you're watching this, that you ride a motorcycle or you're interested in riding a motorcycle. Well, this channel, Moto Nation USA, is for people of all types of motorcycles. I happen to ride a Harley Davidson, and so my history up until 2016, all I rode was Hondas. 2016, I switched over to Harley. I've been on a Harley ever since. Well, when I rode Hondas, nothing like this ever occurred to me. Nothing like this was ever introduced to me. But then, whenever I became a Harley rider, I got introduced into the Harley culture. And that introduced me to new things that I had never seen before. I've been riding ever since I was a little boy. Here's a picture of me on the motorcycle when I was young. Here's a picture of me with my dad when my dad was taking me riding. This was back in the 70s. Things were different then. No helmets necessary, that sort of stuff. We won't get into all that. But the point is, I rode with my family, my mom, my dad, my sister, and me. We all rode motorcycles. We all rode Hondas. That changed in 2016 for me. I got a Harley. Then I was introduced to a new type of culture. There was something called the ABCs of Harley. Some of y'all already know what it is. Some of y'all don't. For those of y'all that don't, it was taking a picture of your motorcycle, you, and some object, city, town hall, something where you had traveled to, and you memorialize that by taking a picture. Most people do it with their phones. Little selfies, you know. We all got smartphones these days, so you take a little selfie. Well, I was part of the Hog chapter, was director for a year of my local Hog chapter. We did what's called the Lone Star Challenge, where we go to 10 places. We take a picture of a sign that's current for that year, so you know that you took a picture at that location that year with your bike. If you do all 10, you get a special patch called the Lone Star Challenge, because I live in Texas. Harley was doing something on the national scale called the ABCs of Harley. Well, for people that don't ride Harleys, I've never heard of that with Honda. So maybe you're still riding a Honda and you've never heard of anything like that. Well, it's all about the ride. That is so true. But some people like to memorialize things. I do. I like taking pictures. I like starting collections. Every time I visited a Harley Davidson dealership, I collected a t-shirt. My wife was collecting a chip. People like to collect things like that, have little collections. I get that. I'm 100% with that. I do that. I collect little dolls and stuff you see behind me. I collect stuff. Well, with my brain started working, I wasn't really active in the Hog chapter once I started working at a Harley Davidson dealership. I wasn't really as active in the Hog chapter going around doing those types of rides. So I was still riding, but I had to ride on Sunday, Monday, rather than on Saturday with the other group rides. That's a different story. What we're talking about is memorializing your rides, enhancing your rides. How to do that? Well, not only is it about the ride, but memorializing it. So if you plan a ride to go places, if you start a collection of something, one of the collections that I plan to start in the future is cemeteries, famous cemeteries, maybe cemeteries before 1800. I have to do a little computer research, then I can plan a ride there, take a picture of myself at the cemetery with my motorcycle, start a collection. Well, how to frame that? So you did that. You got a bunch of pictures. We all have pictures on our phone. We can go through and share some other people. Well, if you got patches are things with Harley Davidson. Again, if you wear your cut, you put your little patches on there. But if you don't have one, then what do you do with these patches? Well, I framed them on a board. I've got a picture here for you. There you go. And so that was neat for a little while. I memorialized them, collected my patches, still doing the lifetime miles coming down over here on the side. But now what do? Well, I've been collecting county signs. So at first I started collecting little signs, county signs here in Texas, because I said I lived in Texas. And so I made this little map. And then as I took a picture of a county sign like this, I printed this little map and colored in yellow. At first, it wasn't very organized. I just happened to do it as an afterthought, like, oh, I'm going to take a picture of myself, little selfie, right here by the county sign. Cheek, took a picture. Those pictures grew. Pretty soon I had 20, 30 of them, but I didn't know which ones I had. So that's when I printed the map, and I started coloring them in, started being a little more systematic about it. Then I thought to myself, well, if I'm going to do this, I might as well do it right. Somebody mentioned to me, it's like, hey, you ought to make some kind of display for it. I thought about it, like what kind of display I could make, and then I came up with this. All the materials cost me about $25, $30. It's a 4-foot state of Texas. I'm trying to get it all in the picture here so you can see it. 4-foot state of Texas. Now, in this state of Texas, if you can see the little pictures, their county lines are all separated out right there. And I take these pictures. Let me set that down for a second. The selfies that I've taken, here they are. I take them and I cut them out and I glue them on there. So this is me at Kendall County, me at Kent County, me at King County, me at Knox County, and all the ones that I've got I can collect in, then I can put it on the wall as a display. El Paso County is kind of far out there. I might not get there for, a month or two. Nobody's telling me I have to get all the collection done in a week, a month, or even a full year. I've been working on this one for a couple of years. As I was doing that, it occurred to me, I might try all the courthouses. That's going through all the counties, and I can park my bike right there in front of the courthouse and take a picture of me, my bike, a little selfie, all the Texas courthouses. Again, there's 256 counties, I think, in Texas, 254, something like that. Getting them all, take a couple years. But it makes the adventure. Gives you new roads to plan to, enhancing the motorcycle riding experience. Again, we find ourselves riding the same old roads, at least I do. But this gives me a reason to go someplace new, to experience something new, being on the road. I hope this helped you. I hope this sparks some ideas. If it does give you any ideas, I would certainly love to hear about them in the comments down below. Give me a like and a subscribe, and I hope to see you on the road. So here we are. We got the bike in the driveway of the house. We've gone for a short ride on it yesterday. Pretty sweet. Me and Darren, the other half of Texas Small Town.